Hi guys, welcome back to an episode of DB Cars Itself, and today's episode I'll be reviewing TribeCar Toyota Vios. So let's dive straight to this video right now. Alright then, so here is guys the Toyota Vios from TribeCar itself. So basically upon first impression wise, there isn't any obvious damage on the side of the car, as you guys can see right here. So yeah, overall, the one thing to have to know is I think most of the Vios, if you guys do know already, is I think they're almost closing to 15 to 20 years old, so hence there might be some faults with it. So like starting with this, with the discoloration headlight right here on either side itself, as you guys can see. So yeah, and also there's some rust over it, so definitely not in the best shape already, unless you tell me it's a one owner car from start to new. So yeah, basically unless it's a one owner car, then I think condition wise should be not too bad, but this definitely have its fair share. So yeah, definitely you can see some of this rust starting to appear on the car itself, and basically not like what I say, not the best itself. So yeah, especially this one right here itself, I think maybe from someone scratching the side. So yeah, same for here, and the biggest one had to be this one right here itself. So yeah, other than that, is all for the damages wise for the Toyota Vios from TribeCar itself. Now let me just show you the trunk. The trunk is very simple, just need to, let me just find the button to unlock it, if I can find it. That's basically right here. No, not this. So yeah, seems like it doesn't have any button to open the trunk, so the only way is to use this key, which this is the initial key to turn on and turn off the car itself. So basically, and apparently this is the only way to access the trunk, but let me see if I could find the alternative way first by not using the key itself. So yeah, this lever right here, just need to pull on that, and I think it should open. No, it didn't open. Alright then seems like we have to use the old-fashioned method, which is the key right here. So yeah, let me just figure out a way if I could do that. So yeah, so basically just insert key and twist it this way, and you're able to access the trunk. So first impression wise, the trunk, not really that much space you could put inside. So probably, I think you put one or two luggages inside. Maybe a large one will probably take up the entire space. A small one, I think probably could put two. Same for medium one. Maybe medium one, I think also same with the large. Maybe just one, and that's probably it itself. So yeah, that's for the trunk space for the Vios itself, to close it. And yeah, so yeah, to close it back down is very simple. Just need to close the hood down, and I think so. No. Yeah, to close it is very simple. Just need to slam it down, and the trunk should shut itself. So yeah, that's basically the trunk space for the Toyota Vios right here, as you guys can see. So yeah, now let me just move on to the next part, which is the rear seating for the Vios itself. So let's dive straight to it right now. Alright then, now let's dive straight into the trunk space for the Toyota Vios itself. So tapping right into the car itself is not a big issue, because the opening is quite big, which is a good thing. But now right inside the interior itself, you guys can see, you got, this is my current driving position wise, but legroom wise is not too bad, as you guys got this. I think I got more than 2 feet of legroom wise for my current sitting position. Headroom wise, not really the best, as you guys can see. I'm almost touching the roof itself, but unless if I have to slouch down a little bit, then I think I'll have more space itself. So yeah, other than that, that's all for the rear seating occupant. What else do you get in this car? Well, you get the center lighting right here, which could turn on, turn off, or right in the center if the doors are open, but it seems like it's not working. But yeah, if you just want light, you can just turn it on manually itself. So yeah. Okay, then now let's move on to the next thing, which you got grab handle on all 3 sides of the car right here. So one on the front, basically on the left side you only get 2, and for the right side you only get 1 twist you could hold on itself. So yeah, you guys can see the interior quality is not the best, because it definitely has fair shares of it. So yeah, what else do you get in the rear itself? Well, you got some storage space right here to put one of your drink, and on the glove, on the door itself, you don't get anything other than your handle to close the door itself, and also the get out car, and also your window switches itself. But other than that, that's all. Oh yeah, and your last but not least, you also get some storage pocket right here in the rear itself. But other than that, that's all for what you get in the rear. Now let's talk about seating wise for 3 people. 3 people wise, if I'm not wrong, this actually can seat 3 full-grown size adult quite well, provided if they are not that big, like it, provided they are not male. If there's 3 full-grown size males sitting right beside me, so like on the left and on the right, then it will definitely a squeeze. But if it's a 2 female and a male, then it wouldn't be an issue at all, because technically the person on the left and right could maybe squeeze themselves closer towards the door, and the middle person could have a good amount of leg room wise. But other than that, sitting 3 people wise is not too bad itself. So yeah, unfortunately this car doesn't have ISO fixing, so putting a child seat I think would be a problem wise. So yeah, other than that, there isn't any armrest itself either. So yeah, that's all I could say for the rear of the Vios right now itself. But other than that, let me just show you guys the front of the car right now, which I'm going to dive straight to in a moment. But before that, this is what it looked like for the interior of the Vios itself. So basically, you got a very weird thing, which is the your speedo and your rev are in the center, where conventionally they are always placed over there itself. Maybe for this generation of Vios itself, Toyota were thinking something out of the box itself and toward the future. So hence, why not just place the speedo and the rev gauge, which you normally at the front on the stereo itself, right in the center itself. So yeah, but other than that, let me just move to the front right now and show you guys the storage space for the car itself and also the center console itself. So let's dive straight to it right now. Alright then, now let me just get out the car itself. So getting out the car itself isn't a big issue, because like what I say, for the opening, for the getting out is also isn't a big issue, because the openings for the car is quite big. So alright then, now let me just show you guys the front seat. So front seat of the driver's door itself, this is what it looked like. Basically what I mentioned in the previous clip, so basically you don't get a speedo right here. You have to glance towards your right and look at what your speedo you're going at, rather than looking at the front where your speedo is. But I think putting the speedo in center is like it's something similar to like the McLaren F1, where you have 3 seating itself. So I think maybe they're taking some sort of inspiration from that by putting the speedo in center, which allows everyone to see how fast you're going itself. So yeah, but I think I remember I see other generation of Vios, this generation of Vios, where the speedo is like tilted towards the driver itself, but for this, someone is placed in the center for everyone to see itself. But one good thing is you can put stuff in the center right here and maybe on top of the dash itself. But other than that, let me just show you guys the storage space for this car right now. So storage space you got for this car, basically you get one right here, which is a decent size. I'm not too sure what you could put. Maybe you could put, let me just for example put my entire bag in. I think wouldn't be an issue as well. But it's just up to you guys' imagination of what do you want to put inside here. So yeah, now let me just, before I tell you guys about share you guys about other things, let me just share you guys one unique thing I think I have to say about this generation of Vios itself. So basically this generation of Vios, then as you guys can see, there isn't any cup holder in the center, nor technically you can put at the side lah, but for this generation of Vios, the cup holder is right here, so where you have to push in, and technically your cup holder is right here itself. So yeah, but other than that, that's all for the cup holders for this car itself. So yeah, now let me just go back to what I want to say initially. So for your second storage space, this is your second storage space itself. I have to say this is not really a storage space, because I don't think you can put much stuff inside here. At most, put your wallet and your phone, or your things that could fit inside here. Maybe a small valuable thing you could put inside here, and your bigger stuff placed right over there. But if not, this also serves as a good armrest for you guys, for the driver to put his armrest on, or the passengers to put his or her armrest on itself. So yeah, but moving on, you got your typical 12-volt socket outlet right here itself, and you got a handbrake, which is very simple and easy to explain with, which is, if you guys know how to operate it already, then I don't really much to talk about it. So yeah, moving on, you got your shift gauge right here. Basically you got regular shift gauge right here, if you guys can see, and yeah, nothing much to talk about it. So yeah, moving on, you got your air conditioning control. Basically you got your fan speed right here itself, which could adjust by the knob, and you got your, basically this is how you want to redirect the air towards you, and basically, and this is your, I think this is your temperature gauge itself, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, moving right to the top, you got your radio itself, which is very old school, and I have no idea how to use it, but if you guys know how to adjust it according to what you want, then I think isn't an issue already. So yeah, last but not least, we've got AC vents right here, as you guys can see, the AC vents definitely very worn out and has its fair share of time already. So yeah, last but not least, you got your headlight switch right here, and you got your 2 buttons right here, which you could adjust the speedo on the gauge right here, which I'll show you guys in a moment itself. But other than that, that's all for the center console itself. Now let me just show you guys the last part, which is the steering wheel right here. So steering wheel right here, what do you get? Basically just got your wiper controls right here, which you could use. So basically to engage this all the way down for the fastest setting on the wipers itself. To wash the windscreen, just to pull back, and that's probably it itself. So yeah, on the other side, you got your light switch right here, which could adjust it accordingly. Your indicators right here, and to engage high beam the other way around, to flash, you just pull back itself. So yeah, that's probably it. Alright then, now before I show you guys the last few switches right here, let me just show you guys how do you adjust the steering wheel right here itself. So basically to adjust steering wheel, there's a lever right here, you guys can see. So basically this lever right here, if you just pull down, the steering wheel will drop, and you could adjust it accordingly how you want itself. So yeah, okay, now let me just move on to the last few switches right here before I show you guys how you could adjust your seat itself. So basically, as you guys can see, the switches right there, very simple. It's basically adjusting of your mirrors and your light angle of your light itself. So yeah, to adjust the mirrors, just very simple. Just press on this, and you can use this switch right here itself. So yeah, this button right here is just to fold the mirrors in if you, let's say, parking in a very tight spot itself. So yeah, that's probably it I have to say for this car. Alright then, moving on to the last few switches right here right now. So basically you got your 4 window switches right here. This to lock and unlock the car, and this to prevent people from rolling down the windows itself. And that's probably it for this part of the controls right here. Now let me just show you guys how to adjust the seat. So to adjust the seat, there's this lever right here, which you guys can pull to according to how you want. And if you just want to adjust the height of the seat, basically got this lever right here, which could adjust how high or how tall you want, and this lever right here to adjust the angle of the seat back itself. So yeah, and last but not least, you got your fuel door right here. So basically this, if you to pull, you can just access the fuel door on the left hand side of the car itself. And this is, I mentioned guys early on, where you can access the trunk, but it seems like it doesn't work at all. So yeah, other than that, that's all for the car itself. Now let me just show you guys the sun visors, and that's probably it for this car itself. So sun visors, very simple. You got sun visors right here on either side. Both sides there's the mirror right here, which you can look at yourself, and you need to take it out and swirl it to either side. So yeah, again, other than that, that's all for the sun visors. Last but not least, you got your lights control switch, which you can just press on either side itself to turn on and turn off itself. So yeah, other than that, that's probably it for the window switch itself. Now let me just show you guys some of the screen on the gauges itself. So basically this is the key, like which I mentioned to you guys already. So basically for this, there's no need to foot on the brake itself, just need to, it's basically the old function way, which is to engage the key into the keyhole right here, turn it on for electrical power, sorry, halfway, then all the way to turn on the car itself. So yeah, that's probably it for this. So now that once the car is fully turned on, you can see the function of the car itself. So basically you got your clock and your odometer itself, and your fuel gauge right there itself, and that's probably it. And as you guys can see, got some light which telling you guys right now there's no, I don't have my seatbelt on, and also the parking brake is on, and got your light switch right here to tell you guys which gear you're in itself. But other than that, that's all for the gauge itself. Radio is very simple so basically I'm not going to touch this at all because I have no idea what to do with it. But other than that, that's all I have to say for this car itself. If you guys alright then, so yeah, basically what is my overall thoughts and summary for what's my thoughts for the Toyota Vios itself. Well, I would say is I don't really have much to say about this car itself, other than in my opinion, I think the overall drive is not too bad. One thing I noticed that I didn't mention in my actual video last week is the suspension itself. When going over like raised elevation on the road itself, you can feel the axle, actually the suspension will bounce. But compared to the Vios itself, I noticed that the suspension is quite stiff, so hence there's no bouncing of the suspension when the car is moving. So if you can if you can relate to it itself. But overall, in my opinion, I think if let's say you're in the market of getting your first car itself and you want to be budget friendly, I think I think the Vios could be one of your options itself. Which other than, if you ask me what other if you were to ask me what other cars that I would consider getting as the first car option and it's quite cheap and not expensive, I would say the Vios is one of them. I think the Mitsubishi Astra is another one, and I think there are some other cars which I can't remember right now, but I will probably put it, maybe I will share with you guys again at the end of the year-end summary video of my year-end summary video of the best car that I've driven so far itself. So yeah, but other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video itself. If you guys want to see more videos like this, and click the subscribe button down below to see more videos like this, or click the subscribe and click to see my 2 other videos. And with that, I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.